Hi, this is Mr. T with a tutorial on graphing logarithm functions. Let's start and investigate and understand our base function, which I've written here as y equals the log base b of x. We can make a table of values to explore this. Now, when we make a table of values, it's easier to convert this function to its exponential form. To convert a log function to an exponential form, the base of the exponent stays the same, and we crisscross with our letters because we're inverse functions. We're swapping the x and the y. Oops. So as you can see here, it's easier to calculate x. So if I make a table of values, I'm going to, when we do log functions, we're going to pick the y's. And good values to pick are going to be -1, 0, and 1. To calculate x, we can use our formula, x equals b to the y. So this is going to be b to the negative first power, which is 1 over b, a fraction. This would be b to the 0 power, which is 1. And b to the first power would be b, whatever b happens to be. So on our graph over here, let's let this be 1 on the x-axis. We don't know what b is. Let's just pretend this was the value of b. And 1 over b is going to be somewhere in here. So if we plot our points, we have the point 1 over b, comma, -1, 1, 0, and b, 1. So if we plot some points, this is -1, so we have a point, say, here. We have a point here, and we have a point out here at b1. Now this function is an inverse of the exponential function, so it has a vertical asymptote, so it's getting closer and closer to the x-axis and goes out and looks like that. So on our problem here, this the y-axis is a vertical asymptote, and its equation is x equals 0, and our function will not cross over that. Some other information on the base function here is that the domain is values of x that are bigger than the y asymptote, so x greater than 0, and our range, the values of y, you can see cover all of the values from big negative up to big positive, so the range is all real numbers. I'm going to abbreviate that in the coming slides with an R that looks like that. So let's look at an example here of what's called the general form. In the general form, we not only have log base b of x, but we have inside a parentheses next to x, we're subtracting a letter or a number we call h, and at the end we're adding k. H is going to cause a left or right shift, and k will cause a up or down shift. And some other basic information: since we do a left-right shift, our asymptote is also going to move left and right, so our vertical asymptote will be x equals h. Our domain will be x greater than h, and our range is still all real numbers. In the second part of this tutorial, which will be on another video, we'll go through 2 examples of graphing these functions. So I'll see you on the next tutorial.